Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Spring 2016 North American Challenger Qualifier Finals. Tonight, we're going to find out who will be the last two teams to join the Spring Challenger Series. I'm Dominic Sater-Romer, and with me tonight is Aiden Zyrene Moon.
Yeah, so you're introducing me, but I actually think that since this is your first time, I have to introduce you. Everyone, this is Dominic Sater-Romer coming over from the LPL. I have to ask you, Dom, how does it feel to be casting a little bit better league than what you were before?
Oh, you wound us all. But don't worry, we've still got World
One of us
here.
now.
Tonight, we're going to be doing things a bit differently. We're going to have two best-of-5s playing at the same time. First up, it's Frostbite versus Team Liquid Academy.
And while we bring you that series live tonight, we will also give updates on the other best-of-5, Astral Authority against Top Dog Gaming. And when the TLA versus Frostbite set concludes, if the Astral Authority versus Top Dog Gaming series is still going, we will actually swap the broadcast over to that series to bring you those final games. So for those of you who would like to watch the entire series VODs of every game will be available tomorrow morning on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/LOLesports. Not where you'd usually find them on the VOD Hub. It's youtube.com/LOLesports.
Absolutely. And first up, though, it's the rematch of the HTC Ascension Finals. Team Frostbite against Team Liquid Academy. Only one of these teams can advance, and last time it was TLA in 4 games.
Yeah, Team Liquid Academy are very confident coming into this matchup, and it's not just because of their HTC victory over Frostbite. The team's jungler Dardoch has been praised by many as the top challenger jungler this year. And they're also making teamwork despite having all of these stars. It's a heavy focus for them that they work as a team. Expect to see Dardoch and Fabi bringing the majority of the damage, while the rest of the squad, they'll be filling in with some synergistic picks, although they are still rather versatile.
And on the other side of this series, it's Team Frostbite and their new top laner, Rowhammers.
And this may be the curveball for Frostbite. Rowhammers, he wasn't on the squad when they ended up losing in the HTC Finals to TLA. He is new to competitive, but already known in Challenger solo queue for being a Tryndamere one-trick pony. But from what I've heard and from what I've seen, he's been impressing everybody. He's not just a one-trick pony. He actually has more to him than that. And he's been improving very quickly, and the team just can't sing his praises enough. And also, they kind of found him on short notice with Billy out of the question in top lane, leaving the team. Rowhammers, they had to find him very quickly. And they also found that with him in, he's a less aggressive personality. You know, you wouldn't think that with a Tryndamere player, but a less aggressive personality in terms of shot calling for the team. So then when things got distributed to everybody else, they said, okay, we can actually play these very calm games instead of having these hectic calls where somebody's calling for a TP and you don't think it's the best time for it. So there's more communication now with Rowhammers in the top lane.
Yeah, we'll certainly have to see if that communication helps them out. But another focus for this young Frostbite team will be their jungler, Zeri. Although he likes to play carry-style junglers like Kindred and Nidalee, the team will need his best effort to topple Dardoch.
And Zeri, he's definitely motivated to bring his best today. He actually wants redemption for the HTC Finals, where he was constantly exploited by Dardoch, and a lot of that matchup hinged on that jungle. And this time, he wants to show that it is a much closer matchup than those finals had displayed previously.
Yeah, the winner of this best-of-5 will earn a spot in the spring split of the North American Challenger Series, battling alongside 5 other Challenger teams for a chance to play into the LCS season. And that's a pretty big honor.
Oh, yeah, you get to be cast by us every week. Yeah. I mean, but basically, when you make it into the NACS, you get a lot of experience that gets you up to that point. And there's a huge amount of talent right now in the NACS with the 4 teams that are already in there. Finding out the last 2 today, we're going to see who adds to that talent pool, because I think this is going to be one of the best NACS seasons we've ever had.
Yeah, this is going to be super exciting, and I'm really intrigued to see how these players will adapt in this competitive setting. You know, this is Challenger Series on the line, and I think Fabi actually talked about how this being a competitive set is helping him out.
Yeah, I actually got to talk to Fabi a little bit before this, and he actually said, I will not lose this. He is definitely putting his all in on this. And Fabi's a guy who wasn't taken too seriously before. People saw him as a little bit of a troll in solo queue, but as he's transitioned over to competitive, he says that it's way more fun for him, and he's adapted rather quickly to working in a team environment. So Fabi's actually somebody I have my eye on for TLA, and seeing how he improves throughout this series, and if he makes it into the Challenger Series, how he improves there.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on him and see if he is performing better. But as you can see on your screen, we're in Challenger Select, Champion Select.
Challenger Select.
It is Challenger Select. Yeah, it's the combo. We're running through the bands right quick. Nidalee, Ryze, and Lulu stricken from the board. Gangplank, Trundle, and Mundo gonna match from TLA.
Yeah, you definitely want to take that Nidalee off the board, targeted at Dardoch, but that leaves a whole lot up here. Dardoch is rather versatile. Lurai is pretty standard. The Lulu is actually a little curious to ban it on blue side because you could have first picked it here. And Frostbite, they're going to have blue side for the first 3 games of this matchup, and then they'll swap to red for game 4, and then they'll be back on blue for game 5, how the teams actually ended up doing side selection.
Yeah, that is going to be a bit interesting as TLA did win the coin toss and chose red side for all 3 of their games. So we'll have to see how that works into their picks. Kindred picked up by Rowhammers. That's probably going to be for Zeri in the jungle. And Morgana and Misfortune taken by TLA.
Yeah, it's most likely that Kindred going over to Zeri. He did play it a decent amount over in the HTC tournament with Nidalee banned off by his own team. Kindred, a very good early game force, but also has a game-changing ultimate if you're able to land the Lancer Spite at the crucial moment. We do see the Misfortune and the Morgana here. It's actually quite a deadly harass combo. If you can land the Thunderlords with the W from Morgana and then the E from Misfortune, they're both just damage over time abilities that will allow Thunderlords to go off, and you get a lot of lane harass that you normally wouldn't without those masteries.
Yeah, and again, this is 5.24. I know 6.1 is just about to hit live servers, but 5.24 has been around for a solid month now, so these teams are more than accustomed to it, and I believe the HTC Ascension was also played on 5.24.
I believe so. Don't quote me on that. It may have been 5.23, but it may have been 5.24 as well. I didn't do my research on that for this, but anyway, we do see that Morgana and the Misfortune combo, and I actually do want to talk a little bit more about that because this leads up to Wombo combo for this team where you have the bullet time and you also have, with Swifties being a more popular boot now, Morganas can pop that ultimate and actually not lose boots of mobility, and they'll keep that 65 movement from their boots and run straight into the team. So I think this is actually a very healthy combo here for TLA that they've already picked up.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, Frostbite are going to answer with Corki and Malphite. TLA right quick with their picks. Answer with Rek'Sai and Shen.
Yeah, touch on the Corki and Malphite really quickly because the Corki was played last night by Faker in the mid lane. I actually think it's a great mid lane champion. I know internally when they were testing the new Corki, mid laners seem to have more dive in with the Valkyrie when it's upgraded to the special package. They wanted to dive straight through, get all that 1,000 damage off on people, and that's how they went for it. But it does look like it is going to be a AD carry here. So this is a little bit of a pick comp here coming out for, or not pick, poke comp here for Team Frostbite. They have 2 AD carries with the Kindred in the jungle. They have multiple threats here in terms of damage. They have magic damage from Xerath, they have physical damage from Kindred, and then they also have the mixed damage from Corki. So a lot of poke here from the AD carry and the mid laner, but then they also have some good skirmishing power too. So I'm going to see how this actually comes off because the Malphite kind of sticks out as a sore thumb to me. Not really an engaged type composition, but if you do get ahead and you have problems closing, it's definitely the pick you want to go for here because you can start those fights off if you get a lead early.
Yeah, but this is going to be on Rowhammers, the top laner who was expected to be aggressive for Team Frostbite. Previously a Tryndamere main. Malphite's probably the furthest thing from Tryndamere.
Oh yeah, pretty much. He's a good counter to Tryndamere, so he might know how to play Malphite from playing against it. But Rowhammers, he has been impressing everybody, including the team. I heard that when he tried out, everybody was like, wait, he just didn't lock in Tryndamere? Who is this guy? What have you done with Rowhammers? So he came in and he's been playing Shen, he's been playing Malphite up to this point, having a really good impact on this team, and they are actually very prepared and very confident coming in here. And their comp just seems like a little bit of comfort right off the bat here for everybody on that lineup.
Yeah, and TLA, they're going to answer with their last mid lane pick. That's Victor locked in to round out the final composition for Team Liquid Academy.
This is a composition, once again, mixed damage, very good. Youngbin has the wave clear duties. Dardoch, once again, early game jungler here that he can make an impact on. He does usually want to carry, but this is going to be a game where he's going to try and affect lanes, try and get people on the other team behind, so that they can start playing towards that Victor with the on Youngbin and the Misfortune on Fabi. I think a lot is actually going to hinge on that bot lane matchup here.
We'll have to see how that works out. Fabi versus Massacre should be a very exciting bit of action. And, you know, I do want to track these junglers. Kindred obviously hinges on getting kills, hinges on getting those stacks. But she's up against Rek'Sai, who's got vision built into her kit, on Dardoch, who's going to be chasing them all around the map.
Yeah, Dardoch, Lee Sin player, Rek'Sai player, Nidalee player, basically all of the junglers that you can think of, but he always plays them just a little bit more aggressive than you would expect. So he's probably actually going to try and track Zeri a little bit, even though Kindred can duel Rek'Sai early on. Keeping track of the jungler has more value than you actually think it does. So if you know where he is and you're basically running him around the map, if he's going to go for a stack somewhere, be sure to track him. Make sure that you're telling your team where Zeri is so he can't affect your side lanes. I think that Dardoch versus Zeri is definitely, if we had a matchup to watch, this is the matchup to watch in that jungle. But based off of picks and comp, I think the bot lane has a lot of impact here, especially with a Shen in the top lane too, to just dive down there every time.
Yeah, so much impact. I believe that was Misfortune, and this is 524 Misfortune. She hasn't been nerfed quite yet. But as we load onto the Rift, let's see who you think will win game number 1. Tweet at LOL Esports with the hashtag FBWin or hashtag TLAWin. We'll check back in a couple of minutes to see your picks. But I want to get back more to that bottom lane a little bit. Talking about the Misfortune and the Morgana taking on Corki, and it was Braum. That's going to be a lot of trading, a lot of harass going back.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot about the supports landing their Qs. If you land your Q, you pretty much can win the lane outright, especially if it's early on. Later on, it's going to be pretty much out of necessity. If Matt's not landing Qs and Hakuho's not landing Qs, you're going to have a pretty bad time. But they can use their ultimates, but then they become flash reliant. I'm very excited to see how this game pans out as one of the games that is going to be added on to our previous 4 that have been played professionally on this preseason patch.
Yeah, very exciting to see as everyone is walking forward in a nice defensive line. Wolfie on that Xerath. He's going to be spotting out Youngbin while Matt and Youngbin trying to clear the ward. They actually succeed at taking it out. Just trying to get rid of some of the vision.
Yeah, every time you can kill a ward very early on, it's never something bad. They did get a ward, though. It looks like over the wall into the red pit. So TLA is going to have information on a little bit of the start. It's always kind of questionable, though, because Kindred can start at either one, and he's not going to be spotted out. That ward is too late to actually spot somebody going from Krugs to red buff, so it'll time out before it.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get any information from it. I'm actually intrigued to see what Dardoch does, how he decides to start this off. As a manaless jungler, can he give away the blue?
So, Dardoch, he can give away the blue very easily to Youngbin. I think that's actually something that a lot of Rek'Sais end up doing. I don't know if he's going to do it this game, but I do want to talk about a lane swap is coming out here so that both bottom lanes will get a Gromp to start. They'll be able to take it very easily. I mean, these are actually both good combos for taking it. You don't take too much damage as Morgana because you can heal up a little bit, and you can also stun it here for Hakuho and get that extra damage. So a lot of contribution. But are they going to hand this off? No, they aren't. So it is just going to be a Gromp here for the top lane, which is the bottom lane.
The duo.
The duo of Frostbite. They don't catch the wave, though, so you're not going to be able to freeze it in your favor or push it out too easily.
Yeah, we did just see Matt recall, and now he's heading up to the top lane to catch up with Zig. So they know the lane swap is happening, and Rowhammer's, he's got a bit of a head start with this double jungle.
Yeah, you have to keep paying attention to what does Zig get out of this. Does Zig get zoned completely? Does Zig end up gaining some experience here because he's just sitting in the brush? But also the supports are roaming now. They're actually both about to see each other in that river. Hakuho level 2, though. And oh, he's on the good side of Matt.
Matt misses the binding. Hakuho just gives him a couple of pats on the back to walk him out. Health potion being chugged, but Matt walks away, and things are going off nice and slow as blue buff is now picked up. And as, again, Zeri sharing experience with Rowhammer slows him down a bit.
Zig has been sitting here this entire time, just soaking up experience. Where's the top laner? Wait, he's there the entire time!
The Silent Blade.
Gets level 2.
Yes.
So Matt's up here. This is actually going to be a 4-on-2. Can they dive this, though? You don't have anybody who's going to be able to reinforce it. Dardoch is coming from the bot side. He's level 3. Matt caught out, though.
Turning on to Matt. He's chunked down to half health. Zig looks like he can't make up his mind. He hesitates. Shadow Dash finds Zeri, and TLA seems like they're going to get out of this terrifying 4-man dive.
Yeah, you had to abandon that turret. Matt, I like how he didn't blow his flash. He didn't panic there. They're still pushing up a little bit, and this wave is just actually getting destroyed by this turret, and you have to just get some damage on it. Make sure it's going down. But the thing is, down bottom, Fabi's not really returning this pressure at all. Fabi's actually freezing the wave towards him, so he has this gigantic wave that he's going to be able to farm underneath his turret. So instead of taking a turret, TLA is actually saying, Fabi's one of our big damage dealers here between Victor and Misfortune. We just need to get him some farm early, and we're going to be fine. We don't need that team objective. I actually am very interested to see how this plays out for TLA, because minions do get buffed in the lane that you take the turret from. So if Zig is able to actually farm deeper in his lane after this turret's taken, it'd be quite interesting.
Right now he is at a whopping 0 CS as his turret looks to be destroyed. Teammate and Hakuho are going to recall while Rowhammer's tries to shove that just a little bit forward, and Zig
Yeah.
finally going to get a chance to get some
Yeah,
CS.
you have to push that out because it didn't bounce off the turret.
Yeah.
So you have to try and push it to the tier 2. But that's where Dardoch is standing by this top lane because he's going to be able to force Rowhammers off, and that makes a freeze for Zig.
Uh-oh, Dardoch looks like he might be headed top. Rowhammers did see him, and there is Zeri waiting in the wings. He's going to start trading onto Rowhammers. Don't think he should be able to get too much. Red buff adds a bit of slow, but Rowhammers lumbers to safety.
Yeah, but this is where the problem comes in because where are you going to farm as Frostbite? Bottom wave is frozen in Fabi's favor at the moment. It's starting to actually go back to even. Top lane is going to be frozen in Zig's favor, pushing towards him, and you can't really go that far up without with the ward coverage you currently have.
Ooh, teammate, the Massacre, takes a binding and a little bit of harass. That misfortune is so very scary early on. And yeah, they're just playing safe. They don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, back up, make sure this wave is going to come to you anyway, so just farm it when it comes up to you. Good there by TM8. But Fabi, level 5. When Fabi hits level 6, they can actually pull off a pretty legit play if Matt lands a binding. Because the people are so low right now in terms of levels, he'll be able to actually decimate somebody despite not having backed like TM8 has for items.
Keep an eye as they're shoving the wave as hard as possible. That's a lot of minions. Nowhere near enough to take it out. Zeri actually is going to spot Dardoch in the river. So now they know Dardoch's on this side as well.
Yeah, that was a marked Kindred scuttle, and Zeri really wanted it, but he waited on it. He waited to actually go for it, and that actually allowed Dardoch to take it. But Zeri was low HP, and Dardoch would have probably killed him anyway. But it sucks to lose a stack like that.
Especially when you're right there watching it being taken away. Just a little bit painful, but again, everybody's playing nice and calm after that first turret. 6 minutes in, and that 1,000 gold from the turret has already been almost completely nullified.
Exactly. The gold from the turret, you're pretty much not seeing it in that scoreboard. 200 gold, and that's because Rowhammers is getting, Rowhammers is getting starved a little bit here. He got some of that CS from early on. But also, we'll talk about that in a second. Zeri, Youngbin's a little far up.
Yeah, he
but
dodges.
Dardoch's on the side too.
Gravity field goes down. He destroys Wolfie. Here comes Dardoch over the wall. Level 4. Zeri jumps to safety, and Youngbin picks up first blood.
Yeah, really far forward there from Wolfie. He has flash and heal still available. Youngbin just blew him up. You have to respect the victor.
Very, very scary situation. Wolfie going for his standard first buy with the Dark Signet, but unfortunately, he's not going to be getting too much glory dying. Unless it's a glorious death.
You lose glory for dying on the Dark Seal. Yeah, Wolfie will always take Dark Seal second on Xerath, and it's quite interesting. I actually got to talk to him about it because he thinks about it as I'm either going to take a second Doran's or I'm going to go Dark Seal. Same AP, mana is pretty much comparable, 100 mana versus the regen of the Doran's ring. But if you use 2 potions with your Dark Seal, because it has consumable increases, you're actually gaining the same amount of HP as a Doran's ring would, the 75. So the efficiency of this item costs the same, actually can be upgraded to Magi's if you're doing really well, but he usually stays away from that. It's quite interesting that he actually made that trade-off, so I like it.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to get any more kills. Zeri was waiting. He was just a few seconds late to that, as Youngbin did get a quick level 6. And oh no, Dardoch! Dardoch snagged the blue. Wait, does he have it? He does, okay. All right. I saw the animation. I didn't quite see the icon just yet, but that's blue secured for Dardoch.
Secured, stolen. I mean, it's his jungle anyway.
It's so valuable
all
on
right.
Rek'Sai. It does so much for tunnels.
Cooldown. And also, like, your AP from your Q. Oh, hit by it still. Fabi has ulti.
Yeah, lots of damage being traded. Hakuho tanks quite a bit, but Dardoch doesn't look like he's done yet. Zig, level 6, joins the fight. Massacre gets caught. He goes down. Dardoch with his first kill.
Yeah, and Zig with that level 6 being able to follow through with his ultimate. Rowhammers, no TP in sight there to try and follow. It was actually a little bit stealthy.
Very sneaky play. Youngbin is going to take some harass from the blue buff of Wolfie. Lots of damage, but he dodges too, turns it around. Is he going to get hit? He's dropped, but he's still alive. Youngbin escapes.
That's why you chug your potions. See that regen coming through. If he hadn't, maybe he would have been a goner. Teammate, though, he got himself a package. They return the turret down bottom, but it's still a 1,300 gold lead here for TLA. They definitely are showing that the gap between Frostbite and them actually hasn't closed so far in this early game.
Yeah, very solid play out of Team Liquid Academy. And when they played in the HTC Ascension, Liquid actually took game number 1. So So far, the momentum is in Liquid's favor as they look to replicate that win once again in this game.
And I know that people have been praising TLA. They've been scrimming a lot of challenger teams. They've been scrimming a lot of LCS teams. And everybody's talking about how their results are still positive. Travis Gafford actually did an interview with Fabi and asked him, are you guys the next Cloud9? And he didn't seem too turned off by the idea. He was like, we could be. It's possible. But jury's still out on that one.
Yeah, we're going to find out probably pretty soon as now we've got Fabi rotating to the top lane, leaving Zig once again to defend against the duo of Massacre and Hakuho. Wave is going to crash, but Zig should be able to catch most of this CS just fine. Well, I hope so.
It's a little difficult.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this mid lane matchup though, because the blue has actually gone to Wolfie. Youngbin, he's going to get poked constantly now. A Xerath with the blue is just a big deal. It's hard to deal with, and he also is going to have a little bit more income because he's able to poke him through the wave, and he has his part right before Frostfang. There we go. Boom. I was gonna cheat and say the part right before Frostqueen's claim, but it's Frostfang. I got it. Nailed it.
Well, I mean, if you follow the sentence consecutively, whoa, speaking of following, Zeri finds Zig, he taunts away, does have his flash available. He's completely safe.
Yeah, they're just going to hold on to it. TLA have been really good about holding on to their flashes, not panicking, because they know the damage output that's going to be coming through. This will be another turret here for Frostbite, but TLA is going to answer it in the top lane as well. Dardoch was up there, making sure that he could zone off row hammers, and he's tracking him right now as well.
Yeah, so that's going to bring it to 2-2 in turrets when these are traded over. Matt and Fabi trying to get that momentum even more in their favor, while Dardoch, he sees row hammers right now. I'm curious if he's going to go in. No, he looks like he's going to collapse on the mid lane as there's 5 people there, 6 people there. They just make a funny shape on the mini-map and then split.
Yeah, Zeri was coming over from the side as well as Hakuho, but they seem to abort that plan, and they're just going to go for a little bit of a back here. Buy up. Probably Sightstone. You really want to get that item as soon as you possibly can on supports, especially with the state of vision at the moment. And pre-level 9, where people don't have these sweepers, it's definitely something you need to start gaining advantages on the map. Oh!
Lots of harassment.
Sorry,
going down.
I thought I was about to faint because I'm seeing double in Fabi's inventory.
I just wanted to point that out.
It's just mirrored.
I even like how the longswords are mirrored as well.
Yeah.
You've got the double BF, double longsword, while Matt and
over the
Dardoch,
wall,
the binding finds Wolfie. He's going to go down. Fabi nets the kill. Dardoch's there for moral support, but he gets the assist.
Yeah, but they're going to keep pushing up here. They have wave clear in their favor. They could go for a dragon, though, but TM8, not going to be able to get anything.
He finds Matt. He's going to land the binding and get to safety, but once again, Team Liquid Academy taking the initiative and coming out ahead once again.
Yeah, TLA are just forcing these things. You see Matt, Dardoch, not afraid to actually make these plays. And this is a series. This is a best of 5. I'm pretty sure as this progresses, Wolfie is going to start warding over that wall consistently just because it's going to be some PTSD when it comes to that.
Yeah, very tricky to start off a series like that. 0-2 on that Xerath. And now it's 12 minutes in, 12 and a half. We're no longer seeing standard lanes out of Team Liquid Academy. And let's take stock of what happened from that early lane swap. You know, we've got a 30 CS lead on Fabi. You've got actually a 15 CS deficit from Zig, but he's more than making up for it by just camping out and making sure he's getting his experience.
Yeah, in terms of gold, it's fine. But another binding on Wolfie. Are they going to go?
Oh, they're looking. The gravity field gets dropped. Wolfie goes down. Ignite is burning, but he should be just fine. Drops the ultimate. Fabi goes low and is kept alive with a quick heal.
Oh, but here comes Rowhammers from the side. Can he actually pick off Fabi?
He's got flash ultimate. He goes in, but Fabi responds and gets out alive. Here comes Zig. They're going to try turning this around. Flash taunt finds Rowhammers. He's punished for his sins of trying to kill Misfortune. Meanwhile, Zeri goes down with Nary a Despot.
Still has Lamb's Respite on. He still has it up. He still has it available, but he got blown up. TLA, they are being ruthless in this game. TM8, he's not even a part of this fight. He's still pushing bottom, and that's going to be the mid turret going down here for TLA. They have taken all of the outer turrets from Frostbite, and they look like they can keep this pressure on.
Very solid play from Team Liquid. They're now going to look to steal away the blue buff. Youngbin is like, can I seriously get it this time? Guys, come on, please.
One, just one.
Oh, Dardoch's not there. All right, he's fine. He's going to get it. Yeah.
Dardoch's going to go for his own blue.
Yeah. Heading across the map right now. Fabi's already with a quick recall. Here's a replay of that.
Really nice flash here from Fabi, but also he did have a Shen that had his back. Zig had his back. Zeri walks too far forward here, and the flash taunt not able to pop the ultimate. May have been out of range because the range of your ultimate on Kindred is actually a little bit shorter than you would think, and it's not ground cast, it's player cast. You have to cast it on somebody else, so.
Tricky situation for Zeri, but 14.5 minutes in, Team Liquid are leading the charge with nearly a 4,000 gold lead. We haven't seen any dragons as everyone's focused on taking turrets, as Jet recommended in today's PTL.
Yep. Well, it's definitely the best strategy right now. You can take a Rift Herald as kind of a gimme when there's nothing else to do, but definitely turrets are #1 because turrets translate into gold, which translate into more pushing power for yourself and your team, but it also translates into easier wards to get down, and your minion waves are going to constantly be stronger and push up over time. I do want to touch on something for this patch. Swifties are in. You don't have the new kicks. Get out. You're not one of the cool kids. Swifties and Boots of Lucidity are big buys right now because they are only 800 gold total versus Zerker Greaves, Merc Treads, Tabi. Everything else except for Moby's, Ionian, Boots of Lucidity, and Swiftness are 1,100 gold. So 300 gold difference. You get towards your build faster, and Swifties are really good right now. The mobility around the map and the fact that everything is early game, those rotations.
Oh, and
but speaking of rotation,
Binding finds Wolfie. He gets destroyed. Zeri's just a bit too late. And Youngbin, gets shut down by the turret.
First kill of the game. He's buying lunch for everybody on TLA.
Quite unfortunate, but that doesn't mean Team Liquid are done just yet as Fabi continues to clear the wave and put pressure on this mid lane. Another binding lands.
Matt is going crazy on this Morgana. I would actually be surprised. Oh, wait a second. We do see Dardoch on the side here. He could be coming in.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go in. There's a lot of damage. He gets destroyed. Fabi with the killing spree. Dardoch's not done yet. He's going to be collapsed upon. Solo, the stun lands. He goes down, but Zig has joined the battle. Not quite enough to save Dardoch, but that's going to be a 2-4. I believe it was 2.
Yeah, Matt actually ended up, if you count Youngbin as well in that. So Wolfie and TM8 as well as Youngbin and Fabi. Oh, no, sorry, not Youngbin and Dardoch going down. But I actually wanted to touch on Matt landed another binding to start that off. Dardoch actually wasn't needed for that pick because the binding came down from Matt again, and then Fabi is just ready with the trigger to pull that ultimate. We're going to see it here again. Boom! He's right underneath turret. You don't see Morgana's actually take that angle for a binding, and he keeps tanking it. Matt is taking as much damage as he possibly can just to make sure that it's not on his team members. And they actually fight outside of it, so it's still killing minions despite Fabi throwing his Make It Rain behind the turret. So Matt actually played that really, really well.
Yeah, there's a reason he's called Matt Life after a certain Korean LCK player that we know of.
Who?
No. I thought it was Faker. I thought you knew.
He's named Matt Life after Faker. Yeah.
I thought you knew. Massacre picks up the package. And Team Liquid retain momentum for now. 17 minutes in, getting a little bit greedy. Youngbin flashes the package and gets punished just a bit by Youngbin.
Yeah, he does have to blow his flash there. He did have the black shield from Matt, but it's actually quite funny because when the black shield comes down on somebody who's going to have the quirky W put over them, it's actually probably detrimental because it'll pop it very quickly and it's a 90% slow, and it does an immense amount of damage every second. That thing has like a 750% AD ratio.
Ooh, Matt lands another binding, but Hakuho is well aware. Oh, the spell shield's on the wrong person. Matt flashes. There's going to be a shield to keep him alive, but he drops down. Some more harass comes out of Wolfie. And Liquid overextending just a bit.
Yeah, this is what happens when you can't get any of these turrets on the outside because they're so hard to take in the way that Vision is right now. You really need time to set up, and if you let Frostbite clear all of your clearable Vision, things like this is what's going to happen. You have pink wards down, they can see them. You have blue wards down, they can see them. You need to get your support in there, and you can see Dardoch sticking on to his warding trinket because he doesn't want to buy Sightstone. He doesn't want to buy the Tracker's Knife just yet. We saw Tracker's Knife actually be very popular in LCK last night, but NA Challenger, we're not having it. We want blood here.
Yeah, lots of action. Team Liquid now roaming to the top lane. They've got a wave pushed up and look to break down their first tier 2. So far, it's just Rowhammers. He's got his ultimate, trying to zone them out. Here comes Wolfie. He's going to help to clear the wave. Instead, just looks for some harass. For now, tier 2 is going to stand once again.
Oh, there's Spooky Ghost.
Split. Yeah, Spooky.
Oh, Youngbin. He's a little too far forward.
Oh, the flash. Rowhammers lands the knockup. Youngbin is going to be caught. He's going low. He goes down.
Fabi mid, though. Fabi's going to get a turret off of that. There it goes. It goes down. They have to rotate. Matt looks like he's waiting for them a little bit here. He doesn't have a Spooky Ghost just yet, but he's going to try to delay them from getting to that mid lane and actually getting to Fabi.
Ooh, Fabi's really far forward. Could look for some damage. Hakuho tanks just a bit. Dardoch on the side. This is 4 versus 5 right now.
Fabi's
but Dardoch goes in. A lot of damage is dropped, but the respite keeps him alive. It's about to fade away. Who goes down first? There's such low health. Wolfie picks off Matt on the far side, and Zig is so far forward. He gets dropped. TM8 has joined the battle, and TLA lose 3 members when it's all said and done.
Oh, Fabi just getting out a little bit there. You can see Wolfie, his ultimate's up now. Just came back up. So I was actually surprised that Wolfie didn't continue to chase that for the possibility of using the ultimate to get another pick, but this just looks like such a juicy angle. As a Misfortune player, you want to pop your ultimate as soon as CC comes through, whether it's binding, whether it's the knockup, whether it's the taunt. You saw that, Fabi took it, and then he found the angle on it, but TM8 comes from the back, flanks Matt, and gets a good angle on this fight. So Fabi thought he had it, but turns out TM8 had it.
Yeah, it's almost the exact same interaction we saw in the LCK last night when SKT dropped the Misfortune Victor combo, and all it was a Lamb's Respite. Just soaking all of that damage. So much value. But again, we're 20 minutes in. Baron has just spawned, and Team Liquid going from 7-2 to 7-6 as they continue to overextend time and again.
And that's the thing with this new preseason and what's going to be this season very soon. Comebacks are actually very feasible because when somebody takes a turret, the minions are stronger, isn't always necessarily a good thing. Sure, they'll auto-push waves when you are on a different side of the map, but it means that those minions are always going to be on that side of the map when left alone. So you have waves that people can farm. People are going to be able to catch up. People are going to be able to get experience, right? So these are the types of things that'll happen, and these compositions are actually, you know, not so much in the damage-heavy role just yet, but Youngbin is definitely a big threat. We're going to see right here.
Far forward, lots of damage gets dropped. He's destroyed by Wolfie in the back. Matt can't save him in time. Hakuho looks to join it. Matt is going low. He's almost certainly going to go down. He's dropped a double kill for Wolfie. They're right in front of the Baron, and Zig, he's going to have to teleport if he wants to join up with his team.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do Baron right now. I think that you push, you get this middle turret that's just been sticking around all game long, and you can actually see Hakuho is going up on the left side here with Zeri. They found Dardoch.
Oh, they're looking for him, but he's able to tunnel away for now. A little bit more harass finds him, but as you mentioned, the mid-tier 1 is not long for this world. He's getting dropped by Frostbite.
Good night, sweet prince. And you can see Rowhammer is actually pushing the bottom wave. What you do is you push up this mid wave. Wait, Youngbin isn't here. Youngbin is their wave clear. Youngbin is all of their wave clear. Fabi, he can use his E, he can get some damage there, but his range, it's hard. He'll be able to close it, but look at this.
Caught, he's going low. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? The respite keeps him alive once again. He's just so far forward. Finally, he's going to be dropped double kill. It's going to be a triple kill now for Youngbin. Teammate is going low. He's going to drop a quadra kill for TM8. The only survivor is Rowhammers.
Youngbin with a quadra kill there, and Rowhammers is a survivor because he didn't even touch the fight. I was expecting them to push mid, have Rowhammers come mid just to threaten people who got close, and it didn't happen. You saw them get flanked. They got picked up there. Zig, a little low, but they're going to get a Baron here for TLA.
Yeah, such big swings. TLA with the advantage for the first 15, then it comes back with Frostbite. And now with that fight and this Baron, TLA in the lead. Here's a replay.
Yeah, you can see Zig comes from the side. He walks here to get the taunt onto Wolfie as that ultimate is coming down from Fabi. Hakuho not doing the best job of blocking it. He's out of mana when the fight starts. And it looks like they weren't expecting that. Youngbin got back really quickly. You have home guards at this point in the game. It's past 20 minutes. Youngbin, as soon as his death timer is done, he's going to be there. But Rowhammers really late on the rotation. Really late.
Yeah, quite unfortunate as Frostbite once again find themselves in a deficit. This time they've got to contend with the Baron buff of Team Liquid Academy. And gosh, I love how Youngbin went from having 0 bounty to 4 bounty after that fight. He has got so much momentum.
Yeah, kill him once, get some of it again. Kill him again, get more global gold for your team.
It's part of the plan. They fed the kills into Youngbin.
Yeah, I mean, they've been killing him over and over. He actually has the most deaths, tied for most deaths on his team. So Youngbin has been a squishy target for them to go after because killing Dardoch, killing Zig, it's rather difficult at this point in the game with the items that you have on Frostbite's side. But as the game progresses, Youngbin, he's not going to get much tankier than this Abyssal Scepter and Rylai's. So as you get more damage, he's still going to be just as squishy.
Yeah, Spooky Ghosts is going to zone away a couple members of Team Liquid as they look for their first dragon of the game. It's 24 minutes in. They've got Baron buff, but they're taking neutral objectives.
Yeah, that Baron buff, that Dragon going over to TLA, first one of the game for them. And you just saw the vision toggle there. No vision on the whole right side of the jungle for Frostbite. So Frostbite, they're just putting it down now. They're getting those pink boards down. They're trying to get information. But TLA, they're in the driver's seat right now. You pretty much have to lick your wounds as Frostbite. Try and get waves that are pushing towards you. Be able to salvage what you have. But TLA, they get to take jungle at this point. They get higher gold income. They get more experience because of this. You can see Wolfie 2 levels behind Youngbin. Zeri 2 levels behind Dardoch. The level advantage here, Fabi as well, over TM8 is actually very, very big. And you're seeing that because they're getting all of these waves, because they're getting this jungle experience, and the fact that they took those neutral objectives on top.
Yeah, ye old 1-4 split is going on for Team Liquid right now as they look to take down not one but 2 Tier 2 turrets as Zig is on the opposite side of the map. It looks like the 4-man squad of Team Liquid are having a bit of trouble breaking through the incredible wave clear of Xerath Courtney.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you signed up for here with this composition. Oh, nice little kill. Oh, wait.
Ooh, Fabi takes some damage. He's brought so low. The third hit barely misses. The minion wave is going to be successfully cleared. Youngbin's over the wall, but they know well where he is.
Yeah, Frostbite, they really, and going back to what you were saying before, Frostbite really likes siege compositions where they can break sieges, but Matt, if he lands, another binding!
Binding lands, everything is blown to try to bring him down. The respite gets dropped. Dardoch's coming in from behind. Youngbin's holding on to the Chaos Storm. There it goes! It's cleaning up the team. Another triple kill for Youngbin. Rowhammers teleports in way too late. He goes down. It's Fabi who steals the Quadra, and Team Liquid take the Tier 2.
And they're going to take even more than that. They have this turret to take. They'll be able to get this inhibitor, and that minion wave in mid might actually push up far enough that they can take another turret off of it. That'll be impressive. Or they might actually try to get one inhib turret. They have a lot of options here.
Yeah, a huge swing from Team Liquid. Again, Youngbin so instrumental on this victor. Excellent play with that Chaos Storm.
Oh, man. I definitely think Matt, though, is MVP of this match so far. Matt's bindings and having just Fabi pull the trigger as soon as he lands it has been huge. They are not afraid to dive these turrets with that combination, even with a Kindred ultimate on top of it. Youngbin, he's been doing a good job this game, but I do have to give huge credit to Matt, because when you have a composition like this, where your Shen is usually the one engaging and you're trying to close games out, you need an engagement force, and Matt is just getting pick after pick.
Yeah, these bindings have been incredible from Matt. Dardoch single-handedly pulling the attention of Frostbite in the bottom lane. But here comes Matt and Zig, and immediately Frostbite fall back to the safety of their turret.
I'd be afraid of Matt right now, too.
This guy's all over the place. This is amazing. He's 0-3-14, involved in 14 out of the 15 kills on his team. That's the highest KPA. Second is Youngbin at 13. Frostbite are just having so much trouble dealing with this. After that momentum swing at the 20-minute mark, it looks like Team Liquid have got much better control. Dardoch goes forward. Matt gets caught. He's going to be dropped down. Looks like he might go. Oh, this could be the kill. It is.
Caster Curse.
Yeah, brings him down. Fabi clears the turret and gets chunked for his trouble. Flash again dodges the unstoppable force. They're turning it around. What a huge amount of damage. Zeri's dodging from the side. Respite to try to keep himself alive. Youngbin's in the bottom bush. They can't bring him down. The stun is finally going to drop, but it's too little too late. Fabi clears one. It's so far a 1-for-1 trade, but with that tank gone, they're going to continue to retreat.
Oh, Zig.
Oh, man, he's looking for it.
Almost there.
Yes, some more. Whoa! The flash goes down. Youngbin's not done yet. He says another triple kill. Let's make it 3 for 3. But so far, it's 2 for 3.
Sometimes as Kindred, you just got to queue in front of him and do a flip.
Yeah.
Send a message. But Youngbin wasn't having anything to do with that. He's basically, don't shoot the messenger, but I guess you could laser beam him to death.
Yeah. It was the zoning somersault. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out this time. Inhibitor goes down as Team Liquid continue to siege. The taunt finds Massacre. Laser gets soaked. That's going to drop Hakuho, and Massacre gets out alive with his flash. But this could be the third inhibitor going down. Liquid Academy coming out swinging so far as this third one gets dropped.
Big control here. Start to finish for TLA so far. It's not over yet, but 3 inhibs they'd have to really mess up multiple times to throw this game, because you're just going to have so many minions coming into them. You'll give them experience, you'll give them levels, but they have so much ground to cover already. Zeri 3 levels behind Dardoch. Wolfie just hit 14, so he was 3 behind Youngbin. So right now, as Frostbite, you really have to find some avenue to get back in this game. But at the same time, Baron's up in 15 seconds, double super minions in every wave. It's almost impossible. You have to win a disadvantageous fight right here, right now at the Baron.
Yeah, we've seen Team Liquid make a mistake earlier in the game. Will they make a similar one 10 minutes later? Frostbite are very far forward, but right now time is on Liquid Academy's side. The minions are rushing forward. Frostbite aren't backing down.
Wanna go.
Flash is going to land. Hakuho gets caught. Knockup goes down. Dardoch and Zig are in the back. Teammate splits everyone with a huge package. Youngbin turns it around. Fabi gets dropped by an amazing shot from Wolfie, but he goes down. Zeri's trying to do what he can, but his respite was already used. That's a quick 2 kills for TLA. Teleport being used. Rowhammers is not going to be able to get there. Dardoch and Zig are just going to end the game, and Team Liquid Academy coming out in game number 1 swinging.
And it looks like TLA, they said, you know what, Frostbite, we beat you once, we're going to do it again. But they still have more in the series, but they take game 1 and get off to a good start for this best of 5.
Yeah, an amazing game from Team Liquid. You know, as we kept saying, they did stumble a little bit earlier on, but they demonstrated the team play and communication that we expected from them. They showed us that they were continuing to remain confident and make those plays across the map.
Yeah, I definitely think that this all started at the very beginning. The lane swap, you saw Fabi freeze the wave towards him. They gave away the first turret to Frostbite. Frostbite took it, didn't bounce the wave accordingly, and you saw, we said that 1,000 gold lead from having that turret was actually just brought to 200 gold. And then when they won and got some picks in that bottom lane, because the Misfortune had hit 6 already, because Fabi was 5 before he even got in a matchup against TM8. I believe TM8 was still level 3 and hit 4 as soon as he got the lane. So when you're hitting 6 that early on Morgana, or on Misfortune, Morgana Bind comes out, you just use your ultimate, and we saw that over and over and over again. So Matt was instrumental in closing this game out and making that lead just kind of double the lead. I want to say like return on investment on that. You just lock in the Morgana, you give away some levels to Misfortune. Yeah, I'll land some bindings. I don't need levels. Really well played there from Matt, and also Youngbin did show up later on too.
Yeah, very impressive play. Just a quick update for you guys. It looks like Astral Authority versus Top Dog Gaming is still going on in game number 1. We don't have any updates for you just yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we get more information. But let's go back to that game. You know, Matt, the fact that he played that Morgana so well all across the map, and it was even in pick and ban, the fact that that's a flexible pick. We've seen Youngbin play it in the mid lane. It really just opened up so much for Team Liquid.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Team Liquid also has a large amount of flex picks. Youngbin, like you said, has played the Morgana against Frostbite to actually have him make picks on the mid lane as Youngbin. So that's a flex pick that they locked in really early. You saw Morgana Misfortune, and that's where the mind games even start. Just game 1, pick 1 and 2. I really like that. The Misfortune's such a high priority. You're okay with giving more to Fabi, even though he hasn't played competitively, really. I really thought that that was a good display there from TLA, and the fact that they're showing up like this is showing they have improved since HTC even more.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of concerning for Frostbite. A lot of the things that we heard from them was, we lost the HTC Ascension because our pick ban was weak.
Yes.
And immediately we see Team Liquid come out with this incredible pick ban that worked. It was flexible. Frostbite, how can they recover from this?
Frostbite, they're going to have to do some crunching there in numbers. I know Matt, formerly of Team 8, is their coach, alongside Voyboy, who has stepped in, and their analyst. If they can find out something to do against TLA, it would actually be quite impressive to see, because TLA has seemed to have their number in terms of map movement and macro strategy. Just bouncing the wave off the turret is really important. If you are not able to do that because you messed up the wave, it's really rough. Like, you can actually practice that in custom games without any enemy. You can keep doing that and being like, okay, these are the numbers behind it. This is when I bounce it off. This is how many I need. And so I think that that was a bit of an oversight there. And going into the next champion select, like you said, where it's been a big weakness for Frostbite, they're going to be blue side again. So they can't really change anything up with counter picks. They still have first pick. I want to see these bans change a little bit, because I think the Lulu ban on blue side isn't that great because she's so potent right now. But if you don't want to first pick it, then get yourself Misfortune. Get yourself something away from Fabi, because that was huge in that.
Yeah, the first pick, Kindred, it worked better than it had in the past, but I feel like we're starting to see why we're getting some of this red pick choice consistently from Team Liquid. But we'll continue to update you on both of our series during our live broadcast of Frostbite and Team Liquid. We're going to be coming right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Flash ultimate, he goes in, but Fabi responds and gets out alive. Here comes Zig. They're going to try turning this around. Flash taunt finds Rowhammers. Yeah, looks like they're going to go in. There's a lot of damage. He gets destroyed. Fabi with the killing spree. Finally, he's going to be dropped double kill. It's going to be a triple kill now for Youngbin. Teammate is going low. He's going to drop a quadra kill for TMA. Binding lands. Everything is blown to try to bring him down. The respite gets dropped. Dardock's coming in from behind. Youngbin's holding on to the Chaos Storm. There it goes. It's cleaning up the team. Another triple kill for Youngbin.